Welcome to another episode of Oxygen. Tonight, we're going to dive into the life story of NBA YoungBoy. Kentrell Deshaun Gaulden was born October 20th, 1999, better known as NBA YoungBoy. He was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Early in his childhood, he wound up breaking his neck while wrestling with a toddler. This injury required him to wear a neck brace until his spine healed. So the brace left him permanent scars, which you can see to this day on his forehead. YoungBoy was raised mainly by his grandmother, Alice Gaulden. This was due to his father being sentenced to 55 years in prison. NBA YoungBoy would later drop out of high school in the 9th grade. While in juvenile detention for a robbery charge, this is where he began writing lyrics for his debut albums. Later, NBA was released. Following Gaulden's grandmother, she wound up dying due to heart failure, and this was in 2010. Later, he was sent to a group home in which he stated many times that he got beat up every day. In an interview, NBA YoungBoy stated, "I used to get beat up inside the group home for no reason. The other boys would put their hands on me, and I would look up like, 'Why are you hitting me, bro? What did I do?' It made me discover another side of me that I never knew or liked. I found out how to be a person that you don't want to mess with. Before then, I never understood all the evilness or the wrong because I always showed so much love for my grandmother." Once released, he later moved in with one of his friends and fellow Baton Rouge rappers, OG3, Never Broke Again. This is where the two used acts of crime to pay for studio time. Despite NBA YoungBoy's success as a rapper, he has been involved in numerous criminal run-ins and civil lawsuits. Starting in 2014, NBA YoungBoy had a robbery charged and was sentenced to juvenile detention in late 2014. This happened in Louisiana, and he was released after serving 6 months. He would move in to 2016, where he would get an attempted murder case, stating on November 28, 2016, U.S. Marshals arrested NBA before a concert he was having in Austin, Texas, accusing him of jumping out of a vehicle and opening fire on a group of people in South Baton Rouge, Louisiana. NBA was charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. He was in jail until May of 2017 for first-degree murder charges. Speaking on his incarceration, he said, "I don't think they really target, but if you got a name, they're going to come after you. They're going to come and get you, and whoever you're with, they're going to try to come after them as well. That's how shit goes." NBA facing 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder. He pleaded guilty to a reduced charge of aggravated assault with a firearm. And on August 22nd, 2017, he was sentenced to a suspended 10-year prison term and 3 years of active probation. In 2018, YoungBoy was arrested again before a concert at the Moon nightclub in Tallahassee, Florida. On February 25th, 2018, YoungBoy had a warrant in the state of Georgia for allegedly committing assault, weapons violation, and kidnapping. Under hotel surveillance, footage was leaked shortly following his arrest and NBA YoungBoy assaulting his former girlfriend. On March 15, 2018, he was released from jail on a $75,000 bond. Then we would move into 2019. On February 12, 2019, it was reported that YoungBoy and an artist, Quando Rondo, were filed suit by a man claiming to be the rapper's bodyguard, his tour manager, and DJ. They were charged with assault, battery, and emotional distress. This lawsuit claims that on December 21st, 2018, during a concert in Florence, South Carolina, NBA YoungBoy and Quando Rondo were annoyed by a crazy fan, which resulted in an argument. The claimant states that NBA YoungBoy and Rondo and members of their entourage were escorted backstage by management, the venue's owners, and concert organizers, where claims have been they were assaulted by the two. NBA's attorney stated that he had no prior knowledge of the incident, but he would look into it to the outcome of the lawsuit. Again, in 2019, NBA YoungBoy was on probation. May 12, 2019, he was involved in a shooting in Miami, which he returned fire after a shooter in a black Cadillac Escalade opened fire, which injured NBA YoungBoy's girlfriend and killing an innocent bystander. Though NBA's charges for the shooting itself were dismissed, he was found to be in company of Ben Fields and Boomer Norman, which this violated special conditions of his probation. And for this violation, the judge ordered him to spend 90 days in jail and banned him from performing for the next 14 months and sentenced him to house arrest with an anchor monitor for the remainder of his probation. Moving into 2020, on September 28th, 2020, NBA YoungBoy was among 16 people arrested in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on various charges, including distribution and manufacturing of drugs, possession of stolen firearms. His lawyer denied any guilt, stating that there was no indication that he had any guns or drugs on him at the time of the arrest. As news of his arrest surfaced, NBA YoungBoy deleted all of his social media, including Instagram and Twitter accounts. Then moving in, March 22nd, 2021, NBA YoungBoy was again arrested by the feds. This was in Los Angeles, California. They were executing a federal warrant stemming from his September 20th arrest in Baton Rouge. Officers attempted to stop the vehicle NBA YoungBoy was in and serve him with a warrant when NBA YoungBoy took off on foot. After a search that involved using a K9, NBA YoungBoy was found and booked on federal firearms charges. Then October 26, 2021, he was released from jail on a $1.5 million bail. While covering the story, NBA YoungBoy has had many run-ins with the law. And on top of that, he's had many beefs with rappers and other people. From 2018 to 2021, NBA YoungBoy and the late Chicago rapper King Von, which is affiliated with Lil Durk's Only the Family. Initially, what was thought to be a joke, but both artists began to diss each other through social media and through their music. King Von, who had several videos mocking viral clips of NBA YoungBoy And King Von noted that NBA YoungBoy makes fake music. Talking about his songs, he's talking crazy, and he's not even like that on the streets. And on top of that, him and King Von went back and forth, and there was pictures showing that King Von was actually out with YoungBoy's baby mama. Through all the issues on the street beefs, the rap beefs, and the legal issues, NBA YoungBoy has made great music. Between 2015 and just to say 2017, he's released 6 independent mixtapes. Okay, this has earned him a cult following. In the rap game, NBA YoungBoy has fans that will do anything for him. Being influenced by local musicians, he released his debut album in 2015 at the age of 16. Following that up, NBA YoungBoy in 2016 also released mega hits with his mixtapes 38 Baby, Win or Lose, Don't Matter, Too Much, and many more. This became a viral hit, establishing him a household name in the rap scene. He launched his smash hit Untouchable not too long after. This song alone reached number 95 on the Billboard Hot 100. NBA YoungBoy's career took off in 2018 with his track Outside Today became his biggest hit song charting to this date, debuting at number 35 on the Billboard Hit 100s list. And then again in 2018, NBA YoungBoy released his first studio album, Until Death Call My Name. In 2020, he released his second studio album, Top. Sincerely, Contrell from Prison. And then his third studio album, which was released 2021. Through all his success, NBA YoungBoy has been very outspoken with rap beefs with everyone. To this day, you've got NBA YoungBoy been beefing with Lil Durk and King Von. It's been going on for a few years, which Quando Rondo has been brought into it as well. And sad to say, there's been people that have passed away on both sides from this rap beef, and it's still very active going on now. NBA YoungBoy has been known with a beef with 21 Savage. Stating back, they used to do music together. They had a falling out. NBA was born in Baton Rouge, so he's been known to beef with other rappers in Baton Rouge. One has been Kevin Gates. They've made music together. They've made great hits. Kevin kind of taking him under his wing. They also had a falling out over music and money. Falling away from Kevin Gates, he's also had a beef with one of his own cousins, Fredo Bang. Fredo Bang was one of the longtime partners of G Money, which there's a long history with G Money and NBA. G Money was kind of like an older brother to NBA YoungBoy. He brought him up when he was young. I'm talking about in his teens. G Money was friends with NBA's sister, also with NBA's mom. So at one time, G Money was dating NBA's sister, and they wound up having relations together. YoungBoy didn't like it. He thought it was a foul move, so him and G Money wound up having a falling out. And this started an all-out war in Louisiana. Following the beef, people have passed away. Now, G Money is gone. YoungBoy is still here. They say YoungBoy has had things to do with it, but he's never been charged with the crime. He's never been asked about the crime. Moving in, NBA YoungBoy has had beef with Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty, which Pooh Shiesty is right now currently incarcerated. But again, they used to be boys at one time. They've done music together. And for some reason, who's to say, over a girl, music, money, or people just talking over social media, sneak dissing. Which again, they've had another falling out, and NBA YoungBoy is outspoken, and he's going to tell you what's on his mind. Moving on with beefs, NBA YoungBoy has had issues with Texas. NBA YoungBoy resided in Texas. He had a home out there. During one night, NBA YoungBoy is performing in Texas. I guess people were on his IG Live, noticed that he was out performing, so they decided to go to his crib and rob him. The individuals wind up shooting a video while they're doing the crime, which is what these kids do these days. They record all their crimes, talk about all the stuff they've done in their songs, and wonder how they got caught. Needless to say, YoungBoy wound up coming back home and seeing that his cars were broken into, his home was broken into. And through everything that they had, I think they stole an umbrella, some car keys, a hat, some clothes, or whatnot. Still in Houston, Texas, one other, Jay Prince. He comes out and makes a video and puts it on social media, telling NBA YoungBoy, hey, this situation happened. I was aware of it. Somebody's brought it to my attention, and I've got your stuff. I got all your stuff that was taken from you. Give me a call, give me a shout, so I can have your stuff returned to you. NBA, being who he is, did not like the call out, which he goes live on social media as well, telling Jay Prince, you can keep it. You ain't gonna play me like no sucker. You could have reached out, you could have made a phone call and told me, hey, you trying to help me out, you got my stuff, I can come pick it up. But instead you want to go to social media and tell everybody what's going on. So to me, it feels like you trying to extort me. I don't need none of that shit. You can keep it. I got extra car keys. You didn't take nothing but an umbrella and some clothes, which I can replace all that. So YoungBoy was not having any of it. This feud is still going on to this day. And Jay Prince has got a whole lot of issues going on other than YoungBoy. Continuing with the beef in Louisiana, NBA's right-hand man, Big Dump, he wound up getting gunned down by Boulevard Quick, which is another member of the TBG, Top Boy Gang, which they rode with G Money. And the feud with G Money and NBA YoungBoy is still very active to this day in the streets of Louisiana. Through it all, NBA YoungBoy is only 23 years old, and he's got 8 kids by 5 baby mamas. So, only time will tell what's next for NBA YoungBoy. Throughout the time, he's had his ups, he's had his downs. He's made great music. And from what I've seen in social media, he's trying to make a change. He's trying to be positive. Maybe he's put the anger and the streets behind him. Hopefully, he has. Because there's too many killings. There's too many people that have passed away that have been around him. And that's for the whole hip-hop culture. Seems like it's a repeated pattern of these sneak disses, these rap songs, mocking dead homies, and so on. When will it stop? Will it ever stop? But America loves it. They strive for it. It brings in millions of dollars yearly. So we don't know if it will ever stop. But again, this is part 1 of NBA YoungBoy. Stay tuned for part 2 because it's gonna blow your mind. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when we drop new content. Leave me your comments, who I need to cover next. And again, this is another episode of Oxygen. And until next time, let's get it.